YouTube, what's going on? Well, I'll tell you what. I got a story for you. Yeah, I do. I got a story for you. I think it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good example of the nonsense, the garbage that goes on out here. All right. So let me roll up this window. So how's everybody doing? Pretty good, not too bad. Wednesday, July 8th. I'm on this whirlwind of a trip. I've been out since last Thursday, so nearly a week now. Started in, picked up in the UP. So I made a video, right? I went across the Mackinac Bridge, and I noticed that video. I don't know why it turned out the way that it did. I was shooting in landscape mode, and I have no idea why it turned out vertical. And anyways, I apologize for that. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But picked up there and then went across the Mackinac Bridge and headed west. Okay. And I will say that is my first time heading, crossing the Mackinac Bridge and then heading west. I don't even know what highway it was, but it's some real, scenic, but annoying. Goes, from 35 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour, 65 mile an hour, all dropping back down to 40 mile an hour, just like this, and it's 2 lanes, and no, not a fan. Not a fan at all. But if you want to go west from the Mackinac Bridge, that's your only option. It's your only option. I think is it Highway 2? I don't know. Somebody probably knows. But it takes a long time to go a short distance, and the Stadies are everywhere with their radars out. They're targeting us, right? Waiting for you to not be paying attention for a minute and zap you. There was one or two, for sure one truck they had pulled over. And it don't take much, just a slight, not paying attention. All of a sudden you got the cruise set and you go from 65 mile an hour into a 40 mile an hour zone just that fast, and I'm telling you, if you ever put in the comments, if you've ever taken that route, you'll know what exactly. I'm not exaggerating. It's a real it's not trucker friendly. Let's just leave it at that. But anyway, so I took the US, west route. Basically, you fool around for a bit, then you ended up on 94 to 694, and I ended up crossing up into Alberta, Canada, going to Calgary. Okay, and I was pulling a Brant load, John Deere, essentially, right? Machinery, and not too bad. And so now I'm up here and I'm headed back east into Saskatchewan, Humboldt. Any truck drivers in North America 10 years ago probably I recognize the city name right away, and I'm like, wait, is that the same Humboldt where that Indian driver, God rest their souls, basically killed a whole hockey team? Is that the same Humboldt? And then I looked into it, and yeah, it is. Humboldt, Saskatchewan is right a little town east of Saskatoon. Saskatoon, right above Regina. I'm so immature. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, Saskatchewan, right above Regina. No, Saskatoon. Anyway, I'm going over there to pick up a piece of machinery that's going east. So, it's a big long trip. And I ended up staying in friggin' Calgary last night. No, Edmonton last night. And I'm in the corner at a Flying J, okay? Now, it's about 100 spots, right? So pretty substantial lot. And look at, if I park at a truck stop once out of every 10 nights on the road, that's about my limit. I stay clear of the truck stops. That's me. I don't care. I'll drive out of my way, but there's nothing out there. And I'm not familiar with the area, so I guess I'm parking here, and I wanted a shower and everything this morning. Well, when I got into and I know I'm dragging this out, but I'm not intentionally trying to drag it out. I'm in the corner of a truck stop, very corner, and I picked that spot so I don't have to worry about somebody parking on either side of me, because with my luck, I'll have two reefers with two generators running on either side of me. That's the kind of luck I get. I'll have two fucking guys running their reefers and running their generators, and I won't sleep. I cannot sleep with that kind of noise. Earplugs don't work. Anyway, so sure as shit, I parked in that corner spot next to a tanker. I woke up to a reefer running beside me on the one side, okay? So, I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. Well, I got the drapes pulled. It's about, they're 2 hours behind over there, right? So, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Edmonton time, but 6 o'clock Eastern. And I'm keeping an eye on the people that are going to have to park perpendicular. I'm parked north and south, and the two, the opposite, they're going to back in on the east and west parking spots, and I want to make sure I can get out in the morning. Capiche? Okay, you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Well, I hear, and I peek out the drapes, and I see it's a B train full of lumber, and if I ain't, he pulls out, I'm peering out the drapes, and it's, what kind of driver it is. I don't have to even tell you. And I see him, he's in his bar, and he's looking over at me, but he can't tell that I'm watching him because I got the drapes closed. And he's drinking his water with two, and he looks over, And I can tell he's thinking, he knows he's parked way, the yellow line's here, and half of his truck is parked beyond the yellow line. And he takes another, and he looks over, and, you know, one more sip, and he looks over, and what does he do? Gets out of his truck, and he's one of these guys that must live around there, and he's going home for the night. Wow. Oh, what did driver's lounge do? I guess I'm SOL? No. I get out of the truck. I'm like, hey, I can't get out here. Well, where are you going? He's like, I'm like, I can't get out. You got to do something. I said, see those two grain hoppers, B-train grain hoppers over there? Go park next to them, if you don't mind, please. You know, I says, well, you got to do something. I says, you can't go home. And, oh, you're not here 10 hours? I'm like, no. I'll be out of here at like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And he's like, finally he's like, okay. So he gets his truck, but here it is, right here, right? Ignorance, stupidity, ego, whatever you want to call it. Instead of going to pull up, and I'm gonna put the picture that I took. It's gonna be the thumbnail because I took a picture. Whatever it is with stupid people, right, with no common sense. When somebody suggests that they do something that makes sense, that's the moment they decide, I am not doing it. I am not going to take direction from another grown man, you know? No, I'd rather get into a fist fight, a gun fight. I'd rather get in the corner and lick my nuts. I'd rather, you know, I'd rather do anything than admit that that's a good idea and I'll do that, thank you very much, right? And so what's this Nimrod moron do? He proceeds to back up a B train full load of lumber on there, and he's gonna now back it up over the curb. I'm watching him. I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it happen before. There's landscaper's got a gas-powered weed whacker going, whoa! You know, they're loud, right? And he's right outside the truck because I'm parked on the corner. So he's weed whacking the corner, bang! And all of a sudden I hear, bang! Bang! Like this, eh? And I just I'm like, holy fuck. I knew it was gonna happen. You cannot back a fucking trailer, especially a B train, because of the way that it backs up over, like, what are you doing backing up over a curb anyway, right? But he backs it over a curb. Why do you think the B trains are parked over there? You know what I mean? Because they don't fit in a regular spot, right? And I'm looking again, I'm watching him as he's doing it, and I can see the whites of his eyes will open up, so, from 30 feet away, I can see the whites of the driver eye, and I see the landscaper go, like this, right? And what's this driver do? He gets out, walks to the back of the trailer, gets on all fours, sees exactly what it is, right? Sees exactly what it is. What does he do? I'll give you two guesses. The first one don't count. Goes home. Why did he go home, driver's lounge? Because he's slip seating, is my best guess. As he goes underneath the trailer on all fours, he gets up out of the trailer. I put my window down and I go, hey, that's lots of room. Thank you very much. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? Like, I could have said all kinds of things. What are you, fucking stupid? What is your problem? Like, are you that, you know, but, hey, that's lots of room. I can get out now, thank you. Yeah, and the look on his face, it was just, it told a story. But, you know, he left, and I got out in the morning, you know, and I went and took a shower around 2 o'clock. And, you know, here we are. But I'm going to put the thumbnail in the, you know, the picture of the truck. You'll see the 2 axles, you know, hopping the curb there. And, you know, what can I say? I mean, you know, you can't fix stupid. You know, you just can't fix stupid. And there is so much ignorance and stupidity and again, the egos out here. You know, when you're dealing with uneducated, you know, and this is just the reality of this industry, you know, people that have limited coping skills, right? Limited coping skills, a very checkered past, you know, just very immature, you know. This is what you get, right? I would rather take a chance, right, than have to take direction, right? I'd rather, like, you know, and hey, I would, you know, what else can I say, right? What else can I say? I had another whole video planned for today. I want to talk about something completely different. I'll save it for another video. But of course, like, this is just the reality, right? And had I had, you know, everything, like video, like wise, you know, all the stuff, I would have probably, like, okay, let me get it all set up and take a video. You guys could have seen it in live, in real time. And, you know, I've said it before, I'm considering doing that, doing some videos with some securement, stuff like that. You know, we do some different stuff, right? It's different, it's unique. Not that, I mean, obviously there's other people doing it, but, you know, it might be interesting, might be good for the channel, give me something to do, but we'll see. Anyways, no promises, just ideas right now. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope everyone had a nice long weekend, July 4th weekend. For those of us that were working, well, it is what it is. I'm with you. Good opportunity to make hay while the sun's shining, I suppose. You guys have a good week. We'll probably see you before the end of the week. And if not, we'll catch you at the beginning of next week. Driver's Lounge over and out.